What's going on, YouTube? How you guys doing today? That's good to hear. We're back with another installment of Kickin with Krash. And today we're going to talk about why do Harley riders have so much hate towards street bike riders. Alright guys, so I've been riding for some years now, and I've noticed pretty much wherever you go, there's going to be a lot of guys on Harleys that just don't fuck with street bike riders. Like, as you ride the streets, you'll notice they don't wave at you, if you wave at them, they don't wave back. I've seen them intentionally turn their heads so they don't have to acknowledge me. Shit's hilarious. You show up to like Harley events and they look at you weird. They make the get a real bike comment, shit like that. So, I mean, apparently there's some type of animosity there. I don't know where it comes from. I can just assume. I know it's not all across the board because I've met some cool ass dudes that ride Harleys. Matter of fact, some of my good friends ride Harleys and, you know, they don't give a fuck. They just like, hey, you ride a motorcycle. We both put our life at risk the same way. Like, it doesn't really matter what you ride. It's the fact that you ride. And, you know, hey, I respect it. But then, like I said, you got those guys that I guess are purists, and they're like, well, Harley's the best thing ever. If it's not American made, then it's just a piece of shit. Even though, like, service records speak fucking volumes when it comes to something like that. Like, all I've ever owned is Japanese bikes, and I've had some that had issues, and my service bill probably is still not as high as some of those guys just doing regular maintenance at a Harley dealership on their bikes. I mean, to me, it's crazy. But what I think it really stems from, or what I would like to believe it stems from, is just the fact that a lot of street bike riders do kind of ride like assholes. Like, I know there's tons of us out here that just get out here and just ride our ride, have fun. You may get in it from time to time, but overall, street bike riders are classified as like young punks that want to get out here and just do complete like illegal shit, just run amok on the streets and be 100% hooligans, which I know is not the case. But like I said, it's the kind of stigma that goes along with sports bikes. And also, I mean, I don't know if it's like the fact that they're a lot cheaper, you know what I mean? So sometimes that makes people like feel a certain type of way. If you spend all this money to do something and somebody comes in and they spend a lot less money and they're out here doing the same thing you're doing, having the same amount of fun that you're having, then, you know, that possibly could make somebody feel some type of way. I mean, I don't see it being that as much as I see it just being the stigma that comes along with sports bikes and the way that people ride sports bikes. Like, I think that's probably going to be the #1 factor in why people tend to hate on sports bikes, because, you know, you get a sports bike and people get out here and they want to ride like assholes. Like, which, like I said, I'm guilty of. But, I mean, it may look like I'm riding out of control to the average, but to me, I'm kind of looking around. I'm constantly keeping my head on the swivel. I know exactly what's going on. If you're in a car, it may look very uncontrolled and it may look very unsafe. But if you ride bikes, then you know, you can kind of look down the road, see what's going on. And, of course, you can't anticipate what the person in front of you is going to do, but you can kind of get a feel for how traffic is flowing and, you know, make some moves. About a week ago, I was in traffic and I was like on the interstate, just fucking off, and I see this black and yellow Dyna like coming up behind me, and as it gets closer, I realize it's not black and yellow, but it's black trimmed in red and gold. So I mean, the area that I'm in, that is an outlaw club. And I'm thinking, okay, you know, like, this guy's coming up behind me, cool, like, no problem, just gonna give him his space, he's gonna go around. Now he comes up right beside me and puts his hand down and is like, let's roll. I'm not going to name the club for obvious reasons, but me and him end up doing the fucking 240 loop, which for you guys not in the Memphis area, it's like just the whole interstate around Memphis. So we cut a big ass block around the whole city. I'm on my ZX10. He's on his Dyna right beside me, and we're fucking like just doing hooligan shit, ripping and running through traffic. Like we're lane splitting. We're just like out there running a fucking muck. And we never stopped. You know, we just cut the loop. When he got back to where he was going, he kind of pulled up and threw the peace sign, and hey, it was just mutual. We kind of split off. I went my way, he went his way, and that shit was just like awesome, yo, because for one, it's just like I wasn't expecting that coming from a member of the club that he was in to just be so open to jump out here and ride chips with, for one, a black dude, and for two, somebody on a fucking crotch rocket. So, like, that kind of blew my mind, and that's what got me to thinking, like, yeah, there's a lot of hate for crotch rockets, and yeah, guys on Harleys automatically think Harleys are the best shit ever, but a lot of times it doesn't run as deep as you would like it, or you would like to think it goes, you know what I mean? I think it's really just up to the individual. And that's why I think a lot of times they don't throw, you know, peace at you when you're riding and shit is just, you know, they don't really give a fuck about crotch rockets, like, in general. Not that they hate them, they just, you don't even exist type shit. But me, I got love for everybody, you know. If you're out here and you got two wheels, I got love for you. It don't matter if you're on a fucking Ninja 250 or a fucking Road Glide, you know what I mean? Like, anything in between. We take the same risk by kicking our legs over these bikes. So yeah, guys, go ahead, drop down in the comment section. Let me know, why do you think that most people on Harleys don't show love to guys on crotch rockets, and vice versa, you know? Because, I mean, I'm guilty. A lot of times if I see somebody on a Harley, I just kind of feel that vibe, you know what I mean? And like, if they don't look like they're gonna wave at me, I'm not gonna wave at them. But yeah, why do you guys think that is? Let me know. And until the next time, ride safe.